What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Render here, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'll be going over the latest models coming from the GFS and European models to see if anything changed. So right now is April 20th, 2026, and not much activity going on across the United States except out here towards the west coast. And before we get into this, first off, there was an earthquake that did strike off the coast of Japan, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake, prompt tsunami warnings for Japan. But with that being said, now let's go ahead and get into this. So first, we're gonna start off with the west coast. All right, in this general region right here, like the moderate rainfall, potentially coastal flooding along the northeastern, well, northwestern part of California. Now, during about 2 days ago, this general region right here, well, that's a little too wide actually. Fix that. This general, still that's kind of wide, but like generally, this region right here that I'm circling was under a coastal flood advisory from the National Weather Service. So we moved this a little bit forward. Well, actually over here on the east coast it's pretty quiet for the most part. You got light snow showers up here towards the northeast, and then light rain showers across New York City and parts of the mid-Atlantic still, and then all the way up here in Maine, light rain showers. Probably a rain snow line mix there. Look like, actually, yep, that's a rain snow line mix up in Maine. So nothing too out of the ordinary there. But if we go down here in the Gulf side of well, here in Texas actually, there's light moderate rainfall falling across central and southwestern Texas and parts of southeastern Texas. And for the most part, for Florida near Miami and Fort Lauderdale is moderate, light to moderate rain showers. Now all the way over here in the Atlantic side, there is storm activity. Probably all that energy that went across more this way, that was getting for the states that was getting rain, like South Carolina, North Carolina yesterday, wasn't much because fire danger risk remains high across the entire state of North Carolina, which prompt burn bans since March 28th. So this general region right here been on a burn ban since March 28th, and it's still ongoing even after the rain that parts of the state did receive yesterday, Sunday, April 19th. So we moved this model forward. Again, this is the GFS. We moved this model forward. Still valid. No, actually, this is valid April 22nd. Now, some of this rain out west moved south a little bit. Let's see if I can take that. I can't take it back now. But it moved south just a little bit, almost down towards the LA area. There's probably spotted showers in this area anyways. But generally, on the north central part of California, there's moderate to potentially heavy rainfall, and this general region right here was still potentially going to cause flooding. And then southwestern Oregon, there's light rainfall falling across there, light snow showers across the northeast. Well, mainly in actually Canada, there's actually like snow showers in different spots, but for the most part the United States is pretty quiet. As of tomorrow, there is going to still be some back end moderate to light to moderate rainfall across central and southwestern Texas. For the most part, that's been pretty quiet. Guys down here in Florida, this just rain just off the coast of the Atlantic side of Florida. Probably spotted showers here and there in parts of Miami, depending on where you're at. So we move that forward a little bit. It's a little too far further forward. Now this been hitting, the GFS been hitting at this for about 3 days now. This is valid still tomorrow, April 22nd, 2026. Now we have light rainfall across southwestern Washington state, and then western Oregon, there's like the moderate rainfall. And then down into California, still dealing with rain. Don't look like they even had a break yet, and this is as of today. They're still dealing with rain, especially along the northwestern part of California. They're dealing with light to moderate rainfall. It's definitely got all the way down here near the LA area, so might be seeing some flooding around that area if we don't stop. And then right here in the mountains, we have heavy rainfall. It's in that yellowish reddish area right there, with potentially a rain snow line mix in this general area that I just put in California. But for the most part, it's just a rain event for California. Out west been having a lot of rain, but the east coast been pretty dry this spring so far. Then now eastern Texas, central Texas and eastern Texas is dealing with moderate to heavy rainfall in some areas along that Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana border there. So we move that forward. The northeast is pretty quiet on this run. Move that forward. Now the snowfall, according to the GFS, is got really heavy along this area in California, near Eastern California, there's heavy snowfall falling. I think this is gonna be for Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, April 22nd. If the GFS is correct, that's might what's gonna happen across California. Now, some of the rain did slack off for most part of the state. You still have some back end showers ongoing, and that rain was trying to make its way near into Nevada and partially into Washington state. Then right here across the Midwest, we have light to moderate rain showers going across this general region right here, and spotted snow showers up here in the Northeast. And then down here into Texas, we still have spotted showers ongoing right here, making its way into parts of Louisiana or the southern part of Louisiana. But for the most part, no rain is threatening Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, as around this time, Mississippi and Alabama as well. No rain, so it don't look like rain gonna be in the forecast for this week at all. Now it's doing the same thing for the East Coast as it's been doing the past few weeks, which is keeping this drought ongoing across the Carolinas. Now any rain again that's coming from this direction, I said in my video, I think yesterday, it's not coming all the way down southeast into North Carolina or South Carolina. It's actually going around, it's going straight into the Atlantic. And during the previous days, the rain that was coming from this way is actually going more like this way, so it's not going fully east into the Tennessee or the Carolinas at all. Now up towards the Northeast, we have spotted rain showers across some areas, especially New York City. You can see some moderate rainfall if that plays out like that. And then Northern Virginia and West Virginia, we have light rain showers going across there. This will be valid Thursday, April 23rd. 2026. Now across out west, we have nasty storms going like in this general region right here. Heavy rainfall apart from parts of Washington state and Montana. Then we also have snow on the south end of this, and in this general region is a rain snow line mix. And then more in this area right here, we have a rain snow event right there. But for the most part, rain for California is about done. Just have spotted back in showers still ongoing as of Thursday, if the GFS is correct. Move that forward just a little bit more. Now it's an all-out possibly blizzard conditions all for the most part. For most of Montana, there's a heavy snowfall. You're probably gonna get a couple feet of snow from this if it plays out as a low pressure forms right here. Now look at that wind. It's gonna be really windy as this snow is falling back over Montana and into parts of Canada. Now over across the East Coast is still pretty quiet. Back in snow showers and rain showers across the Northeast, mainly threatening Maine. Might see still some snow showers back there. Then it looked like it might be windy as we get further south. Probably a windy day across Texas and just in generally parts of the Midwest. We have rain showers ongoing in parts of Louisiana if this plays out. And then we have to watch this energy right here. Will it ride up into Florida or threaten Alabama or Mississippi or Georgia for any reason that's down here in the Gulf? But for the most part, it's pretty quiet. Again, the Carolinas ain't seen no rain as of Thursday, April 23rd, 2026, according to the GFS. Most of the rain is actually just off the coast and is actually heading further out east into the Atlantic. Move that forward. That rain looked like it's trying to go more so this way just to go south of Florida. But for the most part, that potential storm won't be threatening Florida too much. Probably spotted showers depending on where you're at. Most of that snowstorm that's potentially going to occur across Montana is going to be heading into Canada as that low pressure rise to United States and Canadian border, and this general region right here still be windy conditions, still back in moderate heavy snow for northeastern Montana, but for the most part it's going to be pretty quiet. Then we're going to have potential severe weather outbreak across this area. I think this is part of Friday. Friday, April 24, 2026, if the GFS plays out, we're going to have a potential severe weather event in this general region right here. Light to moderate rain, possible tornadoes. We had tornadoes go across Illinois, Montana, and Wisconsin just a few days ago. Back on Friday, there was a tornado that went through, multiple tornadoes that went through Illinois, Montana, and Wisconsin. Central Texas, there is light to moderate rain showers. For the most part, the East Coast is pretty quiet. So it look like this rain is not, this rain is not, well, actually, we go to this part of the run, according to the GFS. This is Sunday, April 26, 2026. We have some rain, light rain going across the Carolinas and Tennessee. But again, that's not enough for how much rain we have. We need like heavy downpours to help out with this drought Yeah, so going across the Carolinas, Georgia, and parts of Virginia. Now, Virginia have been slowly seeing more rain. The model's picking up. It's just once you get into North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, and there's actually wildfires burning in Florida, I think due to dry conditions. So this looks like this is just the energy that will potentially bring severe weather outbreaks across this area that eventually makes its way east. But for the most part, it looks like it's going to be a windy day, potentially Sunday, especially across the Northeast. So let's move this run forward. As this run moves forward, now this is as of still Sunday, April 26th. Some of that rain try to rise a little further south. Definitely down in deep south for Mississippi and northern Louisiana, seeing light to moderate rain, potentially strong thunderstorms for central Tennessee, and then northeastern Texas, potentially seeing strong thunderstorms. I wouldn't be surprised if a tornado is embedded in this little area I'm circling right here. And then a low pressure trying to form off the Outer Banks, mainly coastal North Carolina or Raleigh eastward. You could see light rain, possibly heavy rainfall at times, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the state. Most likely that's because of that low pressure that's right there off the Outer Banks. Move that forward. The low pressure start making its way east into the Atlantic, still bringing back in rain for northeastern North Carolina. Mainly the Outer Banks will still be seeing some rainfall. It's still raining across spotted showers actually across East Texas and northern Louisiana. For most part, Mississippi and Alabama is dealing with light to moderate rain as of Monday. No, actually, this is till Sunday, April 26, 2026. And then we have some back in snow showers and rain showers across this general region right here with a low pressure. A little like over Nevada. And then back in snow showers just south of Montana as well. So we move the run forward just a little bit more. Yeah, that low pressure gets a little bit stronger across as it is in the Atlantic, bringing stormy activity across the Atlantic. But for the most part, western North Carolina is seeing spotted showers as of still valid Sunday, April 26th. So as of Sunday, we're still seeing spotted back in rain showers across the mountains in North Carolina. And then in Virginia, there's a light to moderate rainfall across the entire state. And in this little area right here, seeing light rain showers on that Virginia and North Carolina state line there. And then we have rain showers going across still Mississippi and Alabama, and then parts of Atlanta seeing light rain showers. And then in this general region, we have either a snowstorm or rainstorm. So it just depends on where you're at. And then up in this area right here, we have light to moderate rainfall going across there. Let me go back because I hate when it does this. Gotta go all the way back to the run. So, okay, my recording stopped. Yeah, I think my recording. Yep, no, we're still recording. I don't know why it. Okay, give me a second, guys. Gotta just fix that. There we go. Okay, we're gonna move this forward. Okay. For the most part, yeah, it looks like that rain is gonna be just about actually going to be heading into the eastern side of the United States. But this is going to be interesting if this plays out like this. So according to the GFS model, as of May 2nd, 2026, again, we're far out, so this could obviously change. But back in basically a snowstorm in this little area right here, probably gusty winds at times, across eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, northern Mississippi, definitely along that Mississippi and Alabama line, we can see a tornado in that area right there. But a low pressure forming along that Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky line right there could potentially form. And then we have moderate rain, basically a rainstorm, possibly heavy rain at times, and possibly severe thunderstorms in this general region as it works its way east into Virginia and the Carolinas. And then the mid-Atlantic, we see possibly just north of that, because of a cold front coming out of Canada, potentially seeing a snowstorm in this general region. Might get a couple of inches, and then that rain still rise from south eastern Tennessee, Texas, northern Louisiana, most of Mississippi, all of Alabama, most of Georgia, most of South Carolina, all of North Carolina, dealing with a rain event as that low pressure is right now, if this plays out. below that Tennessee, Texas. I keep saying Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia state line. And then that low pressure definitely ramps up as it get closer up to the northeast, bringing strong winds. We have like a rain snow line mix right here as that cold front still working its way through the parts of the northeast. So some of that is cold enough for that rain to turn into snow right there. But regardless, low pressure is forming off the mid-Atlantic, off the coast, basically of New Jersey, a little like maybe. So we have heavy rainfall and strong winds potentially wrapping down. Now we could see light rainfall, light to moderate rainfall across North Carolina and potentially South Carolina, but mainly North Carolina. But for the most part, all that rain is gonna be gone soon, but it's gonna be windy as well in parts of basically the Durham area out towards definitely the Outer Banks is really rocking. So you got to be careful with the beaches out there. But this storm look like it's going to eventually continue up into the northeast. It got a little stronger. Now this kind of puts you in the mind of a hurricane going up the coast, eastern seaboard, but for the most part that's not happening because the hurricane season starts June 1st. But again, hurricanes can occur before the hurricane season start depending on how waters react. This general region right here seeing light rain, basically coastal North Carolina, coastal South Carolina, coastal Florida, the entire northern part of Florida, actually, including Jacksonville, Florida, seeing rain, and then all in the Gulf side, along the Gulf coast, like the Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, seeing rain showers. Out west is still pretty quiet for the most. Yeah, out west is pretty quiet, just spotted showers here and there. But again, this area is just gonna have to watch out for strong winds, potential flooding, and a snow blind mix too. Now, if this continues going like this, that cold front might ride into these areas that's potentially going to see heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds as of May 3rd, 2026. So we move that run forward, and then for the most part, that storm ain't gonna be bothering anybody at all. Back in snow showers right here across West Virginia. Out west look like they could see another round of snow in this general region right here, and not snow, rain in this general region right here, if it continues to make its way heading east and impact the Oregon and California coast. But for the most part, this is some strong winds right here. It's gonna be windy and potentially cold conditions up here in the northeast. So we're just gonna have to stay vigilant about that as that rides its way out, leave America alone into Canada and turns into snow. And then for the most part, yeah, that's basically the end of the run here. All we just too far out for us to get a estimate on what's going to actually happen. This is May 6th as what it's saying now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and switch to the European model. It might be a little different, yes. So right here we have some low pressure. This is for May, right? Yeah, I'm all that in the run. Let me rewind that. For the European model, just rewind it all the way back. There we go. Okay. It's loading. Give it a time. Okay, there we go. It's on here. So right here again, California. Again, this general region a few days ago was under coastal flood advisories for parts of California and parts of Oregon by the National Weather Service. Now central Texas and southeastern Texas seeing possibly strong thunderstorms in this general region right here that I just lined. Across the northeast, we're seeing light snow showers across New York, Pennsylvania area, potentially New York City, seeing some light snow showers, but for the most part, like that's gonna be mainly rain. And then it's gonna be light snow showers across Virginia, but nothing too much. Probably gonna be like a dusting of snow, if anything. As that cold front is still just the cold front stopped basically right at the state line of North Carolina, which again, frost advisories is currently taking place from the mountains of North Carolina all the way through the Triangle. And parts of northeastern North Carolina is seeing frost advisories, while the rest of the state is remaining under a special weather statement due to increased fire danger. So we move that forward just a little bit. That rain from the west coast is eventually going to slam into California and southwestern Oregon. Basically, if you're any counties that's along that state line with California and Oregon, that's going to happen. Tuesday, April 21st is when this is going to be valid. So we can move this forward a little bit. That rain definitely tries to slack off along this area, not as intense as the GFS was just showing not too long ago. We have light rain showers in the Atlantic right here, not bothering anybody. Light rain showers across central Texas and raining off the Florida coast. Don't want to do that. We move that forward. Okay, then that rain starts to pick back up against along the coast of California. Starting Tuesday, April 21st is when it will be valid. All this, including LA, will be seeing some light, moderate, and potentially heavy rainfall, depending on where you're at. In Western Oregon, seeing heavy rainfall along, especially along this coast. And now, right here in the southeastern Tennessee, Texas, we have basically a little rainstorm right here with potentially strong thunderstorms embedded in that general region right here. But for the most part, the entire East Coast and Deep South is quiet for any activity. It's a little chilly up here as you get further north near Canada. And then it's raining just south of Florida, basically in the Keys. We move that forward. We see a rain snow line mix in this general region in California, western California, still seeing rain showers. And then we move this forward just a little bit, but before we do actually, this general region is still quiet, except with light rain, moderate rain, potentially a thunderstorm, a small thunderstorms in those general regions that I just circled. Did I go a little too far forward? Okay, now we're gonna move this forward just a little bit because I don't want to hold you guys too long. Now, right around this general region right here, I've been recording for 21 minutes. Okay, this general region right here, we could see a severe weather outbreak. Now, this hint on this yesterday, potential severe weather outbreak across the Midwest and this general region right into here. But we're gonna really have to focus on that red right there of seeing pop-up tornadoes again. Back on Friday, there was tornadoes that went through Illinois, Wisconsin, and Montana, and caused damage. Now again, the entire East Coast around this time is still quiet. It's still lack of rain across the Carolinas and Georgia, and there's ongoing wildfires burning in Florida, depending on where you're at. And this is valid Friday, April 24th. We'll move this forward just a little bit into, let's say, Saturday. Most of that rain is now kind of right into Canada a little bit. Do like that little sharp little U looking shape, but actually right here back down towards deep south, especially over Mississippi and Louisiana, we could see possibly a pop-up tornado or just some strong severe storms across the northern part of both states. But for the most part, Florida seeing spotted showers here and there, nothing too much to worry about. Then across the northeast is spotted showers, but for the most part, all that rain looks like it's going to dissolve. Yeah, now once we get more so around this time frame, Saturday, March 25th still, as that rain works eastward, it breaks off. We got spotted rain showers across the Tennessee and North Carolina state line there. Spotted rain showers across Mississippi and Alabama. Potentially strong thunderstorms in the southern part of Alabama, but I don't like it's going to be a threat too much. And then across the northeast, we have moderate heavy rainfall going on across there, and still spotted rain showers across Florida. Then we move that forward. The low pressure is basically off the coast of the Outer Banks and that Virginia line right there. Let me circle that. And bringing light rain showers across the entire coast of North Carolina and down into Georgia and South Carolina. But for the most part, it's quiet, as only up north we have light to moderate rain. And then Oklahoma, Texas area, we could see a potential, mainly Oklahoma though, severe thunderstorm or a tornado break out there. But for the west coast, it's pretty quiet, just spotted showers. Move that forward just a little bit. This is valid Sunday, April 26, 2026. We can see a potential tornado outbreak in this general region across Oklahoma and potentially parts of Louisiana. I can't rule out Texas at all. I mean, Arkansas at all. Then we have a low pressure off the northeast, bringing rain showers, or light to moderate rain across eastern North Carolina, mainly the Outer Banks though. And then that rain is just sitting off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. And then we have a rain snow line mix back toward out west in this area. So move this forward just a little bit more. Just what we're gonna have to watch out for. According to the European, Monday, April 27th, we could see, let me just move that down just a little bit. April 27th, we could see more snow up here in Montana, and then back towards this way, but it's not as intense as the GFS is ranging like a basically blizzard conditions across here. Now we move this, we'll go like this. This general region, you can see a tornado outbreak across some of the same states that received a tornado Friday. I wouldn't rule that out at all. But for the most part, the entire East Coast is quiet. There's a lot of rain showers here and there in certain parts, but and out west is pretty quiet too. In this general region, nothing too out of the ordinary. It looks like we're going to warm up for the most part. As you get further up near the Canadian border, you have cooler air up there. And then also in this area might be still chilly, but for the most part, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, or Oklahoma, Texas, and all the way out towards the west is pretty warm for the most part. Move that forward. This is valid April 28th, Tuesday, April 28th. We have potentially a severe weather outbreak if this plays out like this. Now that's a nasty severe weather outbreak. Possibly multiple tornadoes can be reported in this general region right there. Let's go ahead and fix that. There you go. Multiple tornadoes in this general region right here. You're gonna have to watch out, and also across Mississippi and northern Louisiana, seeing anything like that. Then all the way up here across the northeast and down into the southeast actually too. It's pretty dry conditions. Well, those storms make its way near the East Coast. Actually, it did. So it looked like it kind of just gets a little like messy in this little area right here. It's now towards, or don't want to do that. There you go. Towards the Outer Banks of North Carolina, we see moderate to heavy rainfall in that general area right there. And then across the northeast, we have nasty storm activity. It's potentially tornadoes popping up in those general areas too. And then down towards the deep south, we have storm activity in that general area. So that's basically it for this, guys. We're gonna get a little too far out. Yeah, it's still ongoing. I can actually, let's do this right here. I see a low pressure trying to be right there with the same area, or maybe just a tick north. What the GFS was saying of a low pressure along that North Carolina Virginia state line, bringing storms across the Raleigh-Durham area and then out into the Outer Banks and threatening Virginia, and then potentially threatening the Northeast if it rises like this or curves into Canada like that. But for the most part, the entire East Coast is warm and dry. So this general region is going to be cold and dry. Potentially might see light snow showers here and there if the model just ain't picking up on that. But for the most part, that rain, storm, or severe weather outbreak that could potentially unfold a Sunday, May 3rd, 2026 across the Northeast works its way up. And then the weekends and that low pressure try to actually turn into a south path. But for the most part, that's basically it for the European model. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified each and every time your boy upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one if it's God's will. This is a 27-minute video. I didn't mean to hold you guys this long, but kind of new information that we have to go through, especially as it changed overnight in some areas. So with that being said, except the California area, I mean, still threatening snow regardless, depending on where you're in California. But down here in Los Angeles, guys, not getting snow. If you hear snow falling in Los Angeles, come on, yeah, you really have to question the climate. But I mean, anything can happen. There's been snow in Florida before, decades and decades ago. So with that being said, like all the way as far south as in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the last 2 or 3 years, Florida been seeing snow showers across like the northern part of its state, or flurries. But with that being said, really not too much common to see snow falling across Florida. And now we have that bomb cyclone that is off the coast of the Carolinas, mainly North Carolina and this general region back in January, dropping over a foot of snow. Now, when do you hear over a foot of snow falling in the coastal part of North Carolina? It was just a bomb cyclone that has stalled and just wrapping all that snow just back in this general region right here. So it was basically like a hurricane or a tropical storm that stalls off the coast, wrapping in wind and rain constantly. But this was basically a snow type of situation where it would just snow just wrapping in, mixed in with some wind back into the Carolinas and parts of Virginia. So it was a Carolina event. As we had the ice storms, the 2 winter storms that went across the United States that had snow and ice embedded into these storms. Eastern North Carolina missed out on this event twice, but then we scored the bullseye for that bomb cyclone stalling off the coast of the Carolinas, which most of us here was excited to see 16, 17, 18, 20 inches of snow being reported across the eastern part of the state. So with that being said, but you folks down in the Raleigh, you guys got dry slotted for that most part, because on the east side of this, it was snowing. It slacked off over here, but then as that energy connected with the eastern part, it was just a bullseye for the coast. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That probably a once in a lifetime event. We probably gonna see that actually in probably the next 10 years, but who knows? Third winter in a row seeing snow across eastern North Carolina. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time you upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys will, stay safe out there and peace.